Alright, this particular video's difficult because I'll be talking about my least favorite books of the year. And I am not a fan of criticizing books usually, but we're coming around to the end of the year and I do really like making videos like this, and hopefully it will help me figure out why these particular books did not vibe with me and avoid disappointments like that in the future. Also, again, do not worry, because you love this book, that doesn't mean that I disagree with you necessarily. It's just that I as a person did not vibe with this book. Your opinions are completely valid. Go off, be free, love your favorite books. You have my permission. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you why I think those books were bad. So, you know, if I mention and start talking about a book you don't like, just go away if you want. Or come back later. Either way. So, the first book that I really didn't like, there aren't a lot on this list because I usually tend to love the books I pick out, and that's good. I'm quite proud of that. So there aren't that many to talk about right now. But the ones that I am talking about, they are like massive disappointments for me. Oh, anyway, the first book that I would like to mention is, oh god, okay, When the Moon Was Ours by Anne-Marie McLemore. Now, I don't actually own these books anymore because they are that level of book. I've gotten rid of them. I do have to say that I didn't think that this book was bad. I didn't. I think I just read it at the wrong time, at a time when I really didn't want to read anything that may have been personally triggering in a way. I thought it was perfectly fine. I loved the epilogue, the end of it, where the author talks about their inspiration for this book, and I thought this book is very, very important because of that. But for me, it had a very negative effect on me reading it personally, because it was a lot about harm and bullying, and it's a dark book, y'all. It was dark, and therefore I did not enjoy reading this. Again, this is a very good book. It does in no way reflect on the actual objective quality of the book, and I loved what it was doing in terms of representation and in terms of character work as well. But I don't think me and Anne-Marie McLemore were vibing like at all. I thought we would. I thought we would be perfect for each other because I love magical realism. But maybe I'm just reading it at the wrong time. I'm open to giving it another go. I have kept what is it? I've kept Wild Beauty, and I am intending to reread it and see if maybe me and Anne-Marie McLemore can get along a little bit better. But besides the time and the topic not really working for me, I also felt that sometimes she didn't distinguish between different characters very well. And this is mostly Wild Beauty, and I'm gonna give it another shot. This really hurts because I do really see what she's doing, and I do really think that she's doing it really well. I just think that me and her aren't getting along. Okay. Anyway, moving on. The second book that I have read and did not enjoy was Letters to a Young Poet by Raina Maria Rilke. I can't really tell you why this book is on this list, because I didn't really understand a lot of it, and I don't remember a lot of it. But I do remember that even though it was tiny, I didn't get anything out of it. So I've gotten rid of it, and now it's gone. And I'm quite sad because I've had this book recommended by someone that I trust, and I thought it would work for me, but it didn't. Moving on from that, this video is difficult, you guys. Seriously. The next book I would like to talk about Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin O'Leary Sands. Sorry. I've read this book, I've had it loaned, I borrowed it and I've had it hyped up, and I totally get why it's very good. But again, I didn't vibe with it. I think I just found the main character exceptionally annoying, and I totally understand everything that he's going through, and I think it's very important to have a book like this. But I found his storytelling exceptionally pretentious. And therefore I found it really difficult to read this book. And I would actually get like fully frustrated with his writing style. And I did not enjoy reading that. So I'm glad I read it. I think the story is very important, and I found the couple cute. And I wish there was more cuteness actually in the story. But I think it was the main character's writing style that I didn't get along with all that much, which usually, again, all of these books go against everything I would have thought of myself, because magical realism, for one, sounds like something exactly up my alley. And this book, again, sounds exactly like my alley. And if you told me that I wouldn't get along with the character's writing style, I would have said no, because I love writing style like that. But for some reason, in this book, it didn't work with me at all. And that's the long and short of it. Moving on. The next book that I would like to mention is The Goose Girl by Shannon Hale, because I've seen this book hyped up all over BookTube. And then I read it, and I thought it was exceptionally generic. I thought it was not interesting. I thought it was predictable. I might reread it, but I did not enjoy that book. And that's that. Basically because I thought that there wasn't anything particularly special about the storyline. I thought it was just very, very cookie cutter. And then lastly, the last book I would like to mention in this particular video is Perfectly Preventable Deaths by Deirdre Sullivan. Whew, this book was a mess. This book, I really enjoyed reading it because it was perfect for the holiday atmosphere, for the October atmosphere, for the Halloween atmosphere, when I was reading it in October. And the story worked, but there was a lot of animal abuse, y'all. A lot. And it didn't have to be there. Yeah, trigger warnings for if that's not your thing. And also, the story got strange. I mean, I liked it, but I did skim through the last like 10 pages because I just couldn't keep going because it was just getting really weird. Yeah, it was a weird mess of a book with a lot of animal abuse. And that is the end of this particular video. I'm not good at this, so please don't hate me. If you do like these books, I completely get why. But, oh god, certain elements of these books I just couldn't deal with. Okay, that is the end of this video. I'm sorry that this is part of Bookmas, but it is the end of the year. It happens. Have a lovely day.